This is day 265. Never too late to tell your story. The year that I was born, Richard Adams finally published his first book called Watership Down. He was 52. That coincidentally makes me the same age as he was then. Growing up, this book was often on bookshelves at my friends' houses. The book sold over 1 million copies in short order, and in 1974, Mr. Adams became a full-time writer. Before this, he had a rather unremarkable career. Non-combat, military service, and a few college degrees, he would rise up in the ranks of bureaucracy in the Ministry of Housing and Local Government. In the early 60s, he would narrate a funny tale to his daughters while taking long car trips that was all about rabbits. His daughters encouraged him to write the story down, and he began that effort in 1966. Finally, 6 years later, after many rejections, he finally convinced Rex Collins to publish the book. Rex put down his own money to do so after 30 major market publishers turned down the project. Rex was 47 at the time, and he had to create his own publishing company and put all of his own money into the project. Now, luckily for Rex, the book would go on to sell millions of copies locally and then massively in the United States. Total worldwide sales today are hard to calculate. However, 50 million copies is probably a good estimate. The book is now translated into 18 languages and has had many films, plays, and television adaptations made. The story has won many prestigious rewards throughout the years. This leads me to one definite conclusion. It is never too late to tell your story. It is never too late to start your company. It is never too late to learn something new. It is never too late to start a new path. It is never too late to change your mind. Richard Adams always stands as a reminder to me because the year I was born was the year he finally convinced another middle-aged man to risk it all and print and then publish his book. A children's book even. Not exactly the genre that was lighting the publishing world on fire at the time. A book that personifies, of all things, rabbits. And the hero is a weakling rabbit that has strange visions. This is a lesson to me. You can literally do anything. If the government worker Richard Adams can convert a silly tale about rabbits that would make his daughters giggle into one of the greatest stories ever told, then what is my excuse? The point is, we don't have an excuse. You have no excuse as to why you cannot start today. You have no excuse as to why you do not have enough money, or time, or courage, or support. If you're looking for someone to shove you off the cliff and just go do it, well, consider this message it. Start now. Tell or even create your own story. It is never too late, and you have no valid excuses. In a great audio interview with Richard Adams, on my blog, I posted the site you can find the audio interview on. He related a conversation that Rex had had with a publisher friend right before they spent all the money. He says, "I've just taken on a novel about rabbits, one of them with extrasensory perception. Do you think I'm mad?" Well, the answer was, yes, he was mad. But should we not all have at least one mad moment in our lives?